The sterile white walls of the medical bay offered no comfort to Isabella, as she stared at the angular script tattooed on her forearm. Leo, Sector 7, don't trust them. She had awakened 3 hours ago with nothing, no memories, no identity, just the clinical diagnosis from the Vexorian doctors that her neural implant had been catastrophically wiped. They claimed it was an accident during a routine deep space transport, but the tattoo suggested otherwise. You're awake, a voice said from the doorway. Isabella's head snapped up. A human man stood there, his dark hair disheveled, his eyes carrying the weight of someone who'd seen too much. He wore a pilot's jacket with scorched edges, and his hand rested cautiously on a plasma pistol at his hip. Who are you? Isabella asked, her voice hoarse. Leo. He stepped inside, letting the door hiss shut behind him. And according to your arm, you knew I'd come. Isabella looked down at the tattoo again, her fingers tracing the letters. I don't remember you. I don't remember anything. That's what they wanted. Leo's jaw tightened. The Vexorian collective doesn't just wipe memories by accident. You were the only human who knew the truth about their ascension protocol. The words meant nothing to her, but something in her chest tightened with recognition her mind couldn't grasp. What truth? Leo glanced at the door, then moved closer, lowering his voice. 3 months ago, you were Dr. Isabella Chen, a xenobiologist studying the Vexorian integration process. You discovered that their neural implants don't just enhance human cognition, they're harvesting our pattern recognition abilities, our creativity, our stubborn refusal to accept impossible odds, everything that makes humans human. Isabella shook her head. That's insane. The Vexorians are our allies. They saved us during the collapse. They saved us so they could use us. Leo pulled out a data chip. You encrypted your research and sent it to me before they took you. Then you went dark. I found you listed as a neural trauma patient in this facility. His expression softened slightly. You always said if something happened, you'd find a way to leave breadcrumbs. The tattoo was brilliant. She wanted to dismiss him as paranoid, delusional, but the tattoo was real. The gap in her memory was real, and something about his presence felt familiar, like muscle memory her brain couldn't access. Why should I trust you over them? Isabella asked. Because you tattooed don't trust them on your own arm. Leo held out the data chip. And because somewhere in your head, even without memories, you're still the woman who risked everything to expose a conspiracy that spans 100 worlds. Before Isabella could respond, alarms blared. Red lights bathed the room. Security breach in Medical Bay 7, an artificial voice announced. All personnel evacuate immediately. Leo cursed. They know I'm here. He grabbed Isabella's arm. We need to move, now. I'm not going anywhere. With the door exploded inward. 3 Vexorian security drones floated through, their weapons charging with an ominous whine. But Leo was already moving. He shoved Isabella behind a medical pod and returned fire. His shots precise and economical. 2 drones sparked and fell. The third adjusted its targeting parameters with inhuman speed. Isabella's body moved before her mind caught up. She grabbed a surgical laser from the nearby tray and sliced through the drone's sensor array. It spun wildly, crashing into the wall. Leo stared at her. Muscle memory. Your combat training from the colony wars. I was a soldier, Isabella asked, breathing hard. You were everything humans needed you to be. Leo pulled her toward the emergency exit. Soldier, scientist, survivor. That's what they fear about. We adapt. They ran through corridors as more alarms sounded. Leo navigated with practiced ease, and Isabella found her legs keeping pace, despite having no memory of ever running like this. They reached a docking bay where a battered ship waited, its engines already humming. That's yours, Leo said. The Prometheus. You named her after the guy who stole fire from the gods. As they boarded, Isabella caught sight of something in the cockpit. A photo stuck to the console. It showed her, smiling, standing next to Leo with their arms around each other's shoulders, both wearing military insignias from the colony defense force. We fought together, she whispered. We survived together, Leo corrected, initiating launch protocols. And when you became a scientist, I became the person who'd have your back no matter what. He glanced at her as the ship lifted off, Vexorian fighters scrambling to intercept. I don't know if we were friends, family, or something else, but I know you trusted me with the truth. Now I'm asking you to trust me again. Isabella strapped in as weapons fire lit up space around them. Every instinct screamed that she should be terrified, but instead, she felt alive. Her hands moved across the weapons console without thought, targeting systems responding to fingers that remembered what her mind didn't. "What happens now?" she asked. Leo grinned a wild, defiant expression that made him look simultaneously younger and more dangerous. "Now, we broadcast your research across every human colony in the galaxy. We show them what the Vexorians really are, and we remind the universe why humanity doesn't stay down." The Prometheus punched through the atmosphere, shields flaring against pursuing fire. Isabella looked at the tattoo on her arm one last time, then at Leo. She didn't remember who she'd been, but sitting here, weapons hot, racing toward a truth that could ignite a war across the stars. She was beginning to understand. Humanity didn't survive by being the strongest or the smartest. They survived by being too stubborn to quit, too creative to be controlled, and too loyal to abandon each other, even when every memory said they should. "Let's show them what humans do," Isabella said, her fingers dancing across tactical displays she shouldn't know how to operate. Leo's grin widened. "Welcome back, Isabella." In the distance, stars waited, and with them, a galaxy about to remember why underestimating humanity was always a fatal mistake.